Okay, so hi guys, this is Missy from Curve Creation on Tumblr. Basically, for the 10 weeks, 10 girls Tumblr, it was suggested that we do weekly progress videos, so I thought I might as well just start a channel and do them for my blog as well anyway. Basically, a quick summary for those of you who haven't read my About Me is when I was in my final year of school, 18, in 2008, I was diagnosed with high cholesterol, which was hereditary, put on medication, yada yada, magic pill, fix it. Got to last year and it hadn't changed. It had gotten a bit worse and the doctors were starting to get concerned that it was starting to get at dangerously high levels. So it was suggested that I look at a lifestyle change, lose some weight, see if that affects it. First thing I cut out just on the basis to see if I could actually do it, because travel and everything else meant that exercise wasn't really a big thing, is I cut out a lot of junk food, which meant no more chocolates from work and that sort of thing, and I found that within about 2 months I lost 4 kilos just from cutting out the extra calories. When I saw that that was working, and only really with the push from my boyfriend did I start to look at doing it seriously, and went ahead and started doing weekly weigh-ins and tracking things properly. So basically last year in November I was 85 kilos, which is 187 pounds. Today I weighed in at 72.1 kilos, which is 158 pounds. And my goal weight, which I'm hoping to reach before the end of this year, is 65 kilos, which is 143 pounds. Pretty much the first thing I changed before exercise even came into it in full was how I started eating. Just to better let me understand what I was eating, I joined up to MyFitnessPal, which is a food diary thing, and started seeing that what I was putting in my mouth wasn't all that fantastic. I'd had BED, binge eating tendencies, for most of my adolescent life, and looking back would most probably commonly eat between 2,000 and 3,000 calories a day and do nothing. And that was the first thing that changed. I started working, found out what my BMRI was, and started working out with a minimum of 1,200 calories a day and exercising down from there. I'm to the point now I've cut out as much processed food as possible. We eat wholemeal pasta now, I eat wholemeal bread, that sort of thing. We try and stay away from jar sauces and anything that's been pre-made. We make a lot of stuff at home from scratch. The only thing I've really been buying at the moment is soups, but I check the content and see what's on them, and I've gone for the better ones as opposed to the ones with heaps and heaps of sodium. Next thing was upping my vegetable count. I used to eat more of a meat, pasta grouping and then a small serve of vegetables. I've swapped that round and now have smaller amounts of meat and smaller vegetables, larger vegetable sittings. Portion sizing I think is the biggest thing I've changed. I'm a lot more realistic. Used to live by eyes were too big for my stomach, and my stomach kind of followed suit and became just as big as my eyes actually were, which wasn't good. I also started listening to my body, so eating foods and taking the time to eat them to tell if I was getting full or not, so that I knew when to stop. I used to eat really fast, and I'd eat too much, and then by the time my brain had clicked that I was full, it was too late. I'd already stuffed myself stupid. And breaking the binge, I had someone ask me today how I stopped binge eating all the time, and pretty much it got to the point where I'd identify I was getting up to go to the fringe and I'd do something else. I took on hobbies. I'm currently writing a 3-book novel series. I can play an instrument now. I draw, I paint, I'm designing a clothing line, doing business plans for that. Just finding other things to occupy yourself with. Reading books, I don't know how many times I've read Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings now, or even my Anne Rice books, just to, even now if I get those tendencies, it's more of a distraction. Let's Do This Thin 2011 wanted to know what my exercises were. Basically, I try to work out 6 days a week. 3 days I do cardio. At the moment I'm doing the Couch to 5K iPhone app. I do the brown one. There's a few ones that you can get at the store, the app store. This is the one that I use. so it's brown and it's just the Couch to 5K application on it. Up to pretty late week with that, I'm starting to do running, which is really exciting. I never liked running before, and now I will quite happily go and run on the treadmill for half an hour 3 days a week. 2 days a week I do weights and toning, so lunges, squats, assisted chin-ups, lateral pull-downs, fit ball squats with dumbbells, chest presses. A huge variety really of exercises. They're all in my exercises tab under the days that I do them. I get that plan from Michelle Bridges' Crunch Time book, which I bought ages and ages ago and never really did anything with. And now I'm on week 4 this week of doing that. I found that weight training, adding that in, has actually really boosted my weight loss in a lot of ways, because it's gotten all my muscles working, and I'm finding areas of toning. I'm not just slimming anymore, I'm toning as well, which is really, really good. I have one day, which is generally a Friday, of strength training / yoga training. So I've got a yoga DVD that I'll do on that day, or I'll get on and do half an hour of Wii Fit yoga on there. And I generally take today, which is Sunday, as rest day, because I think that rest day is really important. I'm finding now that I have a Wii and I have Zumba and everything else for it, I'm aiming to do half an hour extra of that a day, just to kind of boost my cardio levels on the days that I don't do cardio necessarily, or just to bring it up a little bit more. Recently did a lot of research and found out my BMRI is actually 1,500 calories, so I was eating under it, which explains why my muscle percentage was going down. It's now going up, which is fantastic. So if you want any more info on that, Let's Do This Thin 2011, just drop me a note. So I'll just show you today's images. That's me at 72.1 kilos. For a bulk one too, that's quite big. This week was good and bad. Lots of stuff happening at work, so I actually forgot to drink water a lot this week, and I think the reason I had such a small loss was due to water weight. I find that my body is terrible for hanging on to weight when I don't drink enough of it, so that's something to work towards this coming week. This week I'm also swapping up my gym and trying to do it in the mornings. My work, as I mentioned before, is merging with another firm this week, so we're moving as of Wednesday afternoon, Thursday and Friday, so I'm thinking this week I really need to do it mornings, which means I'm going to have to get up earlier to kind of coordinate the bus, but I really actually want to do it this time. I'm a terrible morning person and hate getting up earlier than I have to. Also have work function this Friday, which means we're having a barbecue, but that's okay because I'll be able to be a bit more conservative with what I eat when I'm there. Not overly thrilled about it. I'm a people person in my own social circles. Don't really like socialising with people I work with. I tend to try and keep that well private from my social life. Unfortunately, I work in a workplace that's very big into work social connections. They all go out and drink together, and I'm not a really big drinker in the first place, so that kind of alleviates me from that. Never mind the fact that most of them are my age, and I don't really associate well with people my own age anyway, because they can't really hold a conversation well with me. Couple that with the fact it's barefoot bowls in the middle of winter in Sydney, Australia at night, so that's going to be fun, and I'll be wearing a bright green bathrobe in Team Spirit, so it's been a while since I've made an idiot of myself, so that should be fun. Going to be trying to do these weekly. If you want me to answer a question in one of these videos, just drop it in my Ask Input video or something in front of it, and I'll answer it then. I'll be doing those on pretty much Sundays, I think, as a basis. So that's pretty much this progress video, and I'll leave it at that and see you all next week.